Hi, this is Anne Marie Sunday with Legacy Property Management here coming at you. And I wanted to present the latest state of the property management industry presented just this past October. So let's get started. I can't take full credit for this. The data was compiled by the National Association for Residential Property Management and presented at their 2019 convention down in Phoenix just in October, as well as compiled with Buildium, which is one of the larger property management software companies in our industry. So let's get started. Some of the challenges and opportunities for the property management industry that they have identified are the following. There is obviously a shortage of affordable homes. This is the most pressing issue facing the real estate industry, really at a crisis level shortage of housing that Americans really can afford. Today, over half the renter households spend more than 30% of their income on housing each month. The household shortage, say that 3 times really fast, is a result of home building industries, the labor shortages, and the rising costs of developers. Compressing cap rates, as rents and property values, taxes, interest rates, they all fluctuate, so does the profitability for real estate investors on their investment properties. While a declining cap rate are occurring definitely in the multifamily units, real estate remains an attractive investment option for many, with a 9% growth posted in 2018. The next one is institutional investors and industry consolidation. This is interesting. Between 2011 and 2017, the report stated that there was a rapidly consolidating group of institutional investors. These were people like Invitation Homes and American Homes for Rent. They bought nearly 200,000 single-family homes across the United States. This was aided by federal incentives, and so it's provided affordable living for some renters, but it's intensified the competition for investors to grab lower-end rental properties. We see this tremendously, the next one in Denver. It's the high-end apartments and the amenities war. So if you haven't noticed, the cranes all over our town, luxury high-rises and mixed-use developments have popped up throughout neighborhoods throughout Denver. With the modern amenities and perks that they use to fill the vacancies, renters are very drawn into the convenience, the comfort, the connection that these multifamily buildings are providing. The next one is a demographic shift and popularity of renting. So we are seeing, and we're going to get into a few statistics here in just a couple slides, but in 2018, it was posted that now we have more renters than we have homeowners across the nation, which is amazing to me. The buying of a home remains out of reach for many Americans. That's because of high home prices, shortage of starter homes, tight credit standards, stagnant wages, student loan debts, and obviously higher rents. The next one is the rapidly changing regulations. A handful of local governments, Oregon, New York, California, recently Minneapolis, and of course now Denver as of August, are passing a variety of measures to protect tenants more. From the rent stabilization, which really did not clear, I did this in a previous presentation, did not clear the House last spring in Denver, but is expected to be back on the House bill this year in 2020, to single-family zoning in an effort to really address the high pricing for rentals. This can be disappointing, intimidating to investors. The plus side is property managers are really becoming more consultants to their owners to help navigate the laws, to increase profitability, and to select properties that are going to generate a better revenue. Finally, a dwindling supply of property management staff. The industry is really facing a shortage in property managers and the contractors that support it. The opinion for the shortage of these property managers really relates to property managers mostly get into the industry, quote unquote, by accident. Someone's retiring, someone's leaving, a client bought a house and is now getting relocated, and they ask their realtor, can you just put a tenant in it and manage it for us? All of these reasons are dwindling the staff for property management companies. So the top metro areas where property managers are located across the board, we're offering more services than ever before. This is a way for property managers to diversify their revenue streams, and they find new ways to demonstrate value to clients in a very, very shifting market. Particularly, as mentioned earlier, property managers are providing more financial reporting, investment advice, renovation services. These services are taking on new importance as landlords sell rentals, investors acquire rentals, and owners of all types are watching their profitability on these properties. So you can see Denver is number 5 and Colorado Springs is occupying number 10, 2 spots in the nation. So who's renting and why? 45% would prefer to own but are not in a position to buy right now. So these really attribute to the millennials and the Gen Zers that can't afford their properties right now to buy. 13% say their current rental needs are meeting their needs and there's no need to go and purchase. 8% like the flexibility of renting, again, Gen Zers and millennials. They like the flexibility of living in a situation due to school or work, or they can pair with another person or people to live. 19% are renting more affordable than buying in the area where they want to live. This is, again, most common in Gen Zers and millennials because they tend to like to live urban, like in the Highlands in Denver. But these neighborhoods can price them out if they're trying to purchase. 11%, this is the most common among the baby boomers. They don't want the responsibility of owning and maintaining a home any longer and the upkeep. And 4% like the amenities or community that their rental gives them access to, so they stay as a renter. The top 5 neighborhood qualities renters look for are safety, convenience and locale to work, school, or transportation, quietness, family-friendly, and then close to stores and restaurants. So when you're looking at when you're looking to purchase an investment, these are all items you might want to consider. Top 5 amenities renters want in a unit: washer, dryer, dishwasher, balcony, which I found very interesting, some sort of a deck, obviously, and that sounds very urban living, central air, and the ability to have a pet. We can't stress that enough. So why would residents, current tenants, renew their leases? It's important to them that listening and acting on issues in the property. So we do a lot of preventative maintenance to avoid emergency or response when tenants are in place. Very important to tenants. Number 1 reason they would renew. Rents and rental increases within reason. So they expect some increase, but not atrociously high. Safety, private, friendly landlord and or property manager. Safety is part of the warranty of habitability law now in place in the state of Colorado. The freedom to decorate, obviously within reason, and the hassle of moving versus the benefits of the space they currently rent. Rental property owners. Denver is number 4 of the top areas where rental owners are owning properties nationwide. Number 1 was Los Angeles, number 2, Chicago, and number 3, Phoenix. There are really 3 types of rental property owners in this report this year. The intentional investor is they purchased a rental property as an investment from the very beginning. The accidental landlords, who we have several of these in our portfolio, they fell into a rental property ownership due to circumstance, perhaps a job transfer, and they didn't want to lose their primary home in Denver. But they don't plan to grow their current portfolio beyond that one. And then the unintentional investor, again, fell into a rental property ownership due to circumstances, but plan to add additional properties as it's going well and they like being an investor and the residual income. Some top 5 services owners really demanded or want from property managements: rent and fee collection. 78% of you are asking for this. 76% are asking for maintenance and repair overseeing. 69% are asking for leasing and marketing vacant properties appropriately. 67% are requesting evictions, and 55% of you are wanting property inspections. So the rental owners request from the property managers to be quick communicators and diligent communicators, placing great tenants, staying on top of the market, rent rates, vacancies, etc., having integrity and honesty, and then follow up with the work orders and maintenance, ensuring that we're taking great care of the asset. So from the report on the industry, there are really 3 large takeaways. As I mentioned earlier, property managers are playing more of a consultant role as the regulations in the housing affordability complicate rental ownership. With the demand for affordable places to live, the changing legislation, regulations, along with the threat of the rent stabilization in Denver, we are really becoming asset manager consultants more than property managers. And I challenge you to ensure that your property manager is doing just that. At Legacy Property Management, we try very hard to be consultants to our current owners. Takeaway number 2, with the cap rates compressing in the heated markets like New York and San Francisco, and if you're looking to invest in other markets, property managers can be very valuable with keeping abreast at the changes in the local market and educating their owner. So we're aware of what will rent faster or quicker, i.e. single-family homes currently in Denver versus a condo. And finally, takeaway number 3 is relationships are still at the heart of every property manager, even with the advancing of technology. And I know that this technology is advantageous. It provides a lot of luxuries that make the business easier and simpler. However, customer service is still critical in the industry, and owners do not want communication or our service to be compromised. At Legacy, we provide hassle-free property management, and our intent is to give you giving you your greatest asset, your time. The intent is to provide a stellar experience in property management. We do this through a number of ways outside of just offering our services, our rehab services. We also are a resource. We offer classes, and we also have the Legacy Academy, which this video and many others are posted and is all free. We do full service leasing. We're trying to maximize rents in a changing and challenging market and making sure we are being fair housing compliant. We provide full service management, everything from rent collect, tax documents, maintenance, move-ins, move-outs, mid-year inspections, evictions, and so much more. And we really want to be able to partner with our owners to ensure that their needs are met and their goals are met for their particular revenue generating asset. If you have any questions, we would welcome the opportunity to explore what it would look like for us to extend your investment portfolio and create the retirement legacy you're hoping for. We are always happy to have conversation on what rent rates and what it would look like for us to partner with you. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope this was informative.